Dot is a female giant Pacific octopus.
We've had her since 2012. She came in when she was about what we think is 2 years old.
Collected out of Resurrection Bay as about a 2-pound animal, probably about the size of a grapefruit.
The way that their bodies are laid out and everything, they really are just a lot like aliens. You know, they've got blue blood and 3 hearts and 8 arms, and they just look, their head is in the middle of their arms and legs, and their body is on the back of their head.
They're a North Pacific animal exclusively. Their center of abundance is probably the Gulf of Alaska. They're considered the world's largest octopus species. Since the end of September, she's been on exhibit after mating with a previous occupant of the aquarium behind me.
The mating game is very tough in the wild and in an aquarium. To be able to get these guys together, it doesn't always go like you want it to.
If you watch her long enough, you'll see her propel water, blowing it out of her mantle and blowing water across the eggs to make sure that they all get oxygen in the water.
There are a few aquariums that have the facilities that are able to sort of raise up multiple animals at a time, but it really is a game of chance whether you have a male and a female that are both behaving as though they're reproductive at the same time. So that's kind of a rare thing for us to have.
There's a lot known about the adult behaviors, and the life history is known. What's not what isn't known from a rearing and culture standpoint very well is how to raise the eggs in any large numbers to survive. It's been done once about 31 years ago in 1983. There was one that was raised successfully from egg to live to be an adult, but that's eluded people since. Right now, she's kind of got an older matronly look. She's got the paler skin and a bit of a wrinkliness that they get when they're at that 4 or 5 year old range.
Her mantle is hanging down here, and she sort of reacted to me. Her mantle is hanging down there, and that's pretty much where all of her internal organs are contained. So she breathes there, all of her bodily functions go on there, and then you can see all of the white circles. Those are all of her suckers, and she uses those suckers that are attached to her arms, she has 8 arms, to caress these eggs that you can see hanging down below her. The eggs are laid in strands, which are called festoons, and each festoon can have anywhere from 100 to 500 eggs per cluster or strand. And so that's a lot of eggs that you see beneath her. And she tends to every single one of them and makes sure that they're all well oxygenated. Each little egg produces one paralarval octopus.
She's guarding those eggs. We don't have an exact number, but it's in the thousands. With an octopus, it's a bit different because the female stays with those eggs and tends them and guards them, protects them from predators, aerates them, keeps silt from gathering on them that might smother them, and basically protects them in a den arrangement until they hatch.
Unfortunately, as part of their life history, and this happens to all mature octopuses, male and female, they do pass away after the eggs have hatched. And so for the females, this is an intense saga of just caring for their eggs. Once they have laid their eggs, they tend them for anywhere from 6 to 12 months, and then they wait until after the eggs hatch out, and then they just sort of slowly degrade. It's kind of like the way that salmon swim upstream, and they just sort of degrade and become another part of the ecosystem. The mother has no sort of care for the babies after they've hatched. Her whole mission is to just get them to that point, and then she's done.